Microsoft Dynamics 365 Licensing Guide. Which plan does your business need? So, Dynamics 365 Consulting Services. It's something a lot of people ask about, and today we're going to walk through it step by step. Let's talk about now, what is Dynamics 365, and how does licensing actually work? Dynamics 365 is Microsoft's integrated suite of business applications covering ERP, CRM, and industry-specific tools. Unlike traditional on-premise software, it's delivered as a cloud service through Microsoft Azure, with each application licensed separately or in bundles. The most important thing to understand is that Dynamics 365 isn't a single product. It's a family of apps that work independently or connect through the Microsoft Dataverse platform and Power Platform. Your licensing decisions compound. The modules you choose today affect which integrations, add-ons, and customizations are available later. At a high level, Dynamics 365 apps fall into two main categories. Let's talk about now, Dynamics 365 Business Central, licensing for growing businesses. Dynamics 365 Business Central is Microsoft's cloud ERP for companies with roughly 10 to 300 employees. It handles finance, inventory, purchasing, sales, and project management in a single application, and connects natively to Microsoft 365 tools including Outlook and Teams. For businesses graduating from QuickBooks, Sage, or a mix of spreadsheets, Business Central is usually the right first ERP step. It implements faster than the enterprise tier apps, the per-seat cost is lower, and the learning curve for teams already using Microsoft products is manageable. Business Central comes in two tiers. Now, let's talk about D365 Finance and Operations, Enterprise Features and License Tiers. D365 Finance and Operations is the enterprise tier of Dynamics 365 ERP. Microsoft split it into two separate products in 2021, Dynamics 365 Finance and Dynamics 365 Supply Chain Management, which can be licensed together or independently. D365 Business Central is designed for SMBs with 10 to 300 users. Finance and Operations targets enterprises with 300 plus users, complex multi-entity structures, and global operations. The core finance app starts at $180/user/month. Supply chain management adds another $180/user/month. For a 200-person enterprise team, annual licensing alone reaches $864,000 before any implementation work. That number surprises procurement teams who budget only for services. These two apps share the same underlying platform but serve different functions. Now, next up, Dynamics 365 Consulting Services for CRM, Sales, Service, and Marketing. The CRM side of Dynamics 365 is where Dynamics 365 Consulting Services get genuinely complex. There are four main customer-facing apps, each with multiple tiers, and they don't always connect the way buyers expect without proper configuration work. Microsoft's Dynamics 365 Sales app starts at $65/user/month for professional and $105/user/month for enterprise. The difference matters. Professional skips pipeline intelligence, AI-driven forecasting, and several workflow automation capabilities that most enterprise sales teams actually need. A typical Dynamics 365 CRM implementation for a mid-market sales team follows a predictable path: requirements gathering, environment provisioning, data migration, workflow configuration, user acceptance testing, training, and go-live support. The timeline depends heavily on how clean your existing data is and how many custom workflows you need built. Let's talk about moving on to what Dynamics 365 Consulting Services actually include. Dynamics 365 Consulting Services cover far more than switching on licenses. A qualified consultancy handles requirements analysis, architecture design, Dynamics 365 customization, data migration, integration with your existing tech stack, testing, training, and post-go-live support. Each phase has its own cost and risk profile. The most common mistake buyers make is treating consulting as a commodity and selecting the lowest bid. Implementation partners with deep Microsoft certifications and vertical experience cost more upfront, but they deliver faster time to value and fewer mid-project surprises. Q Services is a Microsoft certified solutions partner for Dynamics 365 with 500 plus projects delivered since 2014, and the pattern we see consistently is that under-resourced implementations get re-implemented within 18 months. Dynamics 365 customization splits into two categories with very different cost profiles. Let's talk about moving on to CRM implementation cost, realistic ranges by business size. CRM implementation cost is the question every buyer asks early and every consultant hedges on. For Dynamics 365 specifically, implementation fees typically run 1x to 2.5x the first year licensing cost. A 100-user Dynamics 365 sales enterprise deployment at $105/user/month carries $126,000 in annual license fees, with services commonly running $120,000 to $280,000 on top. Dynamics 365 implementation typically takes 3 to 18 months depending on modules, users, and customization complexity. Business Central for 30 users with light customization can go live in 10 to 14 weeks. A finance and operations rollout across 3 legal entities with a SAP data migration typically runs 9 to 14 months. The factors that inflate implementation budgets most predictably. Let's talk about how to choose a Dynamics 365 consulting services partner. Choosing the right consulting partner matters more than choosing the right license tier. A strong Dynamics 365 consulting services firm saves you more through avoided rework and faster go-live than the fee difference between a premium and a budget vendor. According to Microsoft's partner ecosystem documentation, certified solutions partners have demonstrated competency across technical skills, customer success, and support delivery. That certification is a floor, not a ceiling. Look beyond the badge. When evaluating a Dynamics 365 implementation partner, verify the following. Next up, conclusion. Dynamics 365 consulting services deliver the most value when they start with licensing strategy, not just implementation execution. Pick the wrong plan and you either overpay on day one or limit your options as you scale. Business Central fits growing businesses with 10 to 300 users. Finance and operations is the right call for enterprises with multi-entity complexity. CRM apps should match your actual customer-facing workflows, not a vendor's upsell path. The CRM implementation cost is real but manageable when scoped properly. The key variables are user count, data quality, integration complexity, and Dynamics 365 customization scope. Establish those 4 estimates before you enter any partner conversation. If you're ready to scope a Dynamics 365 deployment, Q Services can walk you through a licensing and architecture review. As a Microsoft certified solutions partner with 500+ projects delivered across healthcare, logistics, banking, and SaaS businesses, we match the right plan to the right problem from day one.